Yo, we do have ads today. We've made it to ad central territory, you guys. True degeneracy. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Bradley. I have a Brad taste in music. So, new Taylor Swift album. It's a lot of songs. It's basically being flamed online like crazy. Look, there's a lot of negative reviews, and people are freaking out about this, saying Taylor's mid, and oh my god, the worst thing ever, and, you know, a lot of my friends have given this album 1s, 2s out of 10, and honestly, I don't know, it shit sounds like if I go into this album wanting it to suck ass, it's 2 hours long, like, for the love of God, it is literally 2 hours long, dude. We are listening to the full version of this. Not ready for her. Yeah, that's the thing, though. It's like, here's what I'm going into this album hoping for. Considering there's so much. Now, of course, the Tortured Poets department, a lot of people have, you know, been like, oh my god, Taylor Swift rides around in private jets everywhere, and what does she know about being tortured? However, I do actually think there's an interesting perspective here that people are missing. Taylor Swift is so large at this point that she no longer can live a normal life. I think that it's actually come full circle for her. And I do genuinely believe that there is something about where she's at that can be considered a curse, like a genuine curse. And for that reason, I'm actually willing to hear her out throughout this album. Hoping with that I'm actually going to get some perspective of her. And because I honestly find someone like Taylor Swift in the position that she is in to have something worth talking about that I would find interesting. Taylor Swift, like, can't go out and do anything normal in the world. What does that result in? You know, how does that affect her and her daily living? And what I'm hoping for is I get a lot of that, and I'm hoping that what I don't get is a lot of filler. Because, again, we are listening to 31 songs, and I imagine, look, there's probably going to be some filler. I expect that. I expect to, you know, be falling asleep at some of these tracks. But I'm hoping that there's some moments where I genuinely get some interesting introspection. That is what I'm going in hoping for. So, believe it or not, hoping I get a good experience. First song. Okay, all right. Look, first song is called Fortnight. All right. Why is chat so negative? Look, I don't want to be the guy who's like, you know, everyone just hates it because it's popular, but I feel like a lot of people are going to look down on Taylor Swift and not allow themselves to even listen to her because she's so rich and famous. And I don't want to do that. You know, that's not fair. It's not fun for anyone. It's not going to be fun for you guys watching. So, I want to listen. I want to hear her out. I want to see what she has, you know? It's produced mostly by Jack Antonoff as well, who's been doing some stuff that I've been kind of mixed on. Some things I've really enjoyed, some stuff I haven't. But yeah, first song is called Fortnight. All right, which, believe it or not, actually means 14 days. Believe it or not. Fortnite featuring Post. Okay, well, when you just... All right, Fortnite. Oh, Fortnite.
I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. All of this to say, I hope you...
God damn it, I thought the same thing, Ashton. I was gonna start off this... I swear, I heard a song that was literally just this line, but, like, repeated over and over and over again. I don't know where I heard it. You know where I heard it? Hold on, guys. I gotta do something. It's important. I just remembered. This is where I heard it. Okay, so you guys know Twisted Wizard? He made You Won't Like Me When I'm Angry. Well, I have to record a 26-second verse, and I figure what better time than here? What better place than here? What better time than now? And when you hear this beat, you'll know exactly why I remembered. So, all right.
I got bitches, I got hoes, I got real designer clothes. I got bitches, I got hoes, I got real designer clothes.
Thank you.
I got bitches, I bitches, I bitches, I bitches.
Oh.
Bitches, I bitches, I bitches,
Yeah.
real designer clothes. I got bitches, I bitches, I bitches,
All right,
I bitches,
going in.
bitches. I got bitches, I bitches, I bitches, real designer
Hey,
clothes.
I don't play no games unless we talking Fortnite. I don't play no games at all, yeah, cause it's late at night. Damn right, playing Fortnite. Yeah, and my skin is very white, yeah. Twisted Wizard on the track, and you know Logic, he is only half black, and you know that this track goes harder than the boner. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking boner.
I got bitches, I got hoes, I got real designer clothes. I got bitches, I bitches, I
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we got the verse here. I'll even say let me know if it is too trash. All right, there we go. Thank you guys. I had to do that. I figured now is a good time, if ever. Best of luck staying awake. Well, I mean, she's she's already doing what I was hoping for. She's kind of talking about, where she's been at. She was a functioning alcoholic. Nobody noticed my new aesthetic. And, she's saying that, like, all of this and whatnot was, like, her trying to function. And, I'm tapped in. I'm paying attention.
Okay, but you're the reason. And for a fortnight there we were, forever running to you sometime. Into good neighbors, your wife waters flowers.
Okay, I'm going to address this now. I'm only going to be looking at super chats if they're like $20 or above. Because I'm going to be distracted from this album. I already have to restart. So as much as I love the money, what? Yeah, see, this is why we're doing $20 or above. Because I have to now go back.
I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary, but I touched you, and for a fortnight there we
Dude, the word Fortnite is so forever ruined.
run into you sometimes. Comment on my sweater, and I touch you. I touch you.
I'm sorry, it's so funny because most people in America don't say Fortnite is like the time. That's not really an American thing. So like another Fortnite lost in America is
But you won't pick up another fortnight.
Now, believe it or not, I think that Fortnite is actually about alcoholism. Or at least that's how I like to view it, as I love you, it's ruining my life, and a lot of these things kind of all resulting from the beginning, talking about being a functional alcoholic. And I don't know, for some reason I made that connection. I like that connection quite a lot, and I feel like it made the song more powerful, allowing me to appreciate the very lush and well put together production. I actually enjoyed that. I didn't mind that. Sure, there is something to this that is very noir and, dramatic, but I'm willing to accept that. Maybe it's the fact that we got 30 songs left, but I didn't mind that. I'd actually give it a 6. My biggest issue with this song, and what stopped me from giving it a smiley ball, genuinely is just from the fact that I cannot hear the word Fortnite without chuckling, which is, I think, just new generation brain rot. So, but I don't think it's a bad song. I think people are expecting a bit more punch. But I mean, like, whatever. It's, Taylor Swift. How old is she? What, like, all's fair in love and poetry? Bro, what in the Starbucks? All right. I don't mind that, though. Next song, Oh no! I see it. Oh god! Ah, the line. Ah! Ah! Ah!
So I had this idea for a song from the
No!
perspective of anxiety. Check this out.
Not Charlie Puth. That's not Charlie Puth saying that, by the way, but it might as well be. Oh god. Okay. Tortured Poets Department title track. She's 34. Thank you, Space Ashes. Yeah. She's 34 years old, you know? She's mature. This is like a later stage album in her career, which you gotta understand. She's famous. Being 34 when you're famous is like being 80 when you're not.
You left your typewriter at my apartment, straight from the tortured poets department. Nobody, no fucking body. It was of chocolate. We declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I scratch your.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but like Charlie Puth, man. This Charlie Puth.
So this is the story of a girl where everyone's first impression of her is that she's really innocent. But when you get to actually talking to her, you find out she's kind of got a dirty mind.
Okay, that's not actually Charlie Puth, but Charlie Puth, he's the guy with perfect pitch, kind of like this.
Tell me the most awful lies, small and medium and large in size. Tell me this and so much more, but don't tell me that I have to go.
Believe it or not, that one actually was Charlie Puth. Yeah, Charlie Puth, like, has so many hits. Why, of all people to bring up, Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist? How about Charlie Puth should be a better artist? We declared Charlie Puth should be a better artist who would be like, you know, you got a point. You know, he's got the skill set. What the hell are these similes? It's poetry, you know? And I'm okay with, you know, things if they're a little bit odd, like, what is it? I scratch your head, you fall asleep like a tattooed golden retriever. I don't know what that means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going. Now, but it actually does, though. Like, if you think about it, I'd prefer that over something that was straightforward and boring. And I've heard so much straightforward, boring music that I'm okay with some stuff that's a little nonsensical. But I feel like, you know, mixing together nonsensical with we declared Charlie Puth should be a better artist is, you know, it definitely ruins the immersion a little bit.
The Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots. And who's gone?
Awkward swearing, yeah. A little bit, yeah. How can someone write ever more than write something this bad? It's unbelievable. I'm actually going to defend Taylor on this one because I actually feel like people focus so much on the bad writing that there are a few good moments here that kind of go unnoticed. I actually really like this line here about, you know, at the dinner table, you take the ring off my middle finger and put it on the one people put weddings ring on. That's the closest I've come to my heart exploding. There's something kind of like just very straightforward and passionate and intimate about that. And I feel like the straightforward writing of things like that kind of creates somewhat of an emotional wallpaper throughout this track. Now, I do think that there are some moments here that don't work. There are a couple of lines that take me out of the experience in a way that's kind of awkward, but also there is something to it that does still feel distinctly Taylor, where, you know, yeah, maybe she is a little fucked up after everything, but she's willing to put that on display, and I respect it. The sound of this song has moments where it's lush, other moments where I feel like it blows everything up and it just doesn't work, which I feel like Jack Antonoff is pretty, you know, he's pretty well known for doing that at this point. But I don't know, it just doesn't work as well here. I didn't really enjoy this song all that much, but I also respected it a lot more than I think other people do. So, you know, I think that there's more artistic expression than people are, you know, willing to give this credit for because it's Taylor Swift. So even though I don't like it, I can see it, you know? I'd give this song a 4. The fact you're not pleasing the haters with this one is insane. I said this earlier in the stream, I'll say it one more time. Pleasing the haters sounds like the most miserable thing on the planet right now for the next 2 hours. I would rather just give it a try and see what I could pull out of it as someone who is genuinely interested in Taylor Swift's perspective as the most famous person in the world right now. Curious to learn from her about how she feels. And so far, up to this point, I think I've actually managed to get something out of that because I went into it looking for something like that. Making me kind of understand that maybe people who are in love with Taylor Swift and, you know, who are, you know, diehard fans who do look for stuff like that, I can see why they would get something more out of this, making me appreciate it more. You also have to understand something, okay? Now, take a look at this donation right here. I feel like this is very representative of another important thing I'm about to bring up. Taylor Swift fans have a lot of money. A lot. Like, a lot. That's it. That's the only point there is. My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Oh, here we go again. The voices in his head first got me.
Yeah, of course they are. Starbucks is very expensive. It's...
My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Yeah, at this point in the album, I've already realized that this bleak sound palette is something I will never return to. I don't care about this. This is the kind of book that you put on a shelf, you put in the middle of a table, but no one's ever going to read. And right now somebody's at the table summarizing what that book is to me, you know, and I'm like, that's interesting. I'm still never going to pick it up. That's right now my experience with this 2-hour album. I'm getting what I can out of it, and I will never return. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. You know, I'd rather do that than just hate it and never return. You know, I'm at least listening to the synopsis.
Cause it did too right in my touch. It's all forever, so we smashed it up.
There's way too many ballads on this thing. What did you expect?
Just say when I click.
Decent ending there, you know, it's kind of dramatic. I feel like what I'm listening to is a mid-30s woman making a poetry book into an album, you know, and there's mixed results to that, as I feel like the writing can sometimes come off as very convoluted and, yeah, you know, like sometimes it's just very detailed, and then it's just Jack Antonoff, honestly, some like kind of on autopilot. Now, his autopilot's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, he's pretty good on autopilot, but it is still feeling like there is a somewhat of a disconnect between the intricate lyrics here and the overall sound, resulting in something that just simply doesn't really work all that well. Though I don't think it's horrible. I just think that it's a little undercooked. This song in particular, I'm just not amazed by. I don't really love the hook here, but I kind of see what it's going for. I'd give it like a 4 plus 5 minus. Again, I don't hate it. I kind of see where it went wrong. I don't think that it's, you know, far from fixing, but it's one of those that would benefit from just a bit of a change of sound. I think this album needs a Kendrick feature. Tortured Poets Department, tortured by what? Tummy aches. Like this, come on, guys. Take this a little seriously, you know? Like, just take it a little seriously. Like, just a little bit, you know? I know you hate Taylor Swift because she's rich and famous, and you think that she makes mid, so she doesn't deserve any of it. But just, like, step back from that for a second, you know? Actually look at the album and what Taylor Swift as a person is putting out as a piece of art. You know? You got to be able to just put that aside. No, and just try to get something out of it. You know, at least just try. You know, just try a little bit. All right? I figure you'll be significantly less bored if that happens. Worst track is up next. Down Bad. What was I saying? Bro, it's literally called Down Bad. Is the window open? All right, guys, I have a confession to make. I just took off my pants because I'm sweating. So I need you guys to remind me not to stand up. All right, can you do that? Okay, cool. No, I need you to tell me not to stand up. All right? Hey, it's one of the benefits of this job, okay? No, guys, okay. Down bad.
Did you really beat me up? In a cloud of sparkling dust, I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. I might just die.
We the best music.
Down bad, waking up in blood. Did you take all my old clothes? Same old town.
Down, Brad.
It somehow seems so hollow now. They'll say I'm nuts if I talk about the exist.
Sorry, I don't know why the carpet is damp. I gotta check this out real quick. Well, the door was closed, so the dog didn't pee in here, so I don't know what happened. Guys, oh my god. This chat is the fucking worst, dude. I swear to God, dude.
Sense of you. Bad crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance.
Look, the more mature you get, doesn't mean that you're gonna start swearing more. Now, of course, you know, if there was such thing as like a bad word stock, I feel like the word fuck has like taken a massive plummet in the last like 5 to 10 years. All right, in terms of its impact, but like, damn, you know, it just, the problem with using profanity a lot of the times is it can make it feel. Well, actually, I mean, there's something to it where she's saying like, you know, teenage petulance and whatnot. Maybe actually there is a connection to that where it's kind of bringing her back. Yeah, okay, I kind of see it with this song. But in general, it does kind of always, to me, come off like a lack of better word choice in an album like this.
I might just not get up, I might stay. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down by leaving at the shed. Fuck it if I can't have him. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him.
I feel like the lyrics are going for angry teenage tantrum, but the music is slower paced. It starts off kind of slower paced, you know, and interstellar sounding with these synths to tell the story of like a UFO coming by and picking her up, you know, and then, you know, showing her love and whoa, and then leaving her back down before she kind of has a very reactive, you know, episode to that, and the music picks up. I think this song won me over. And I think it's because I'm actually able to figure out why everything is the way that it is. Down bad, the wording is very childish, but the whole song is about how she becomes very childish because of this incident. And there is something about it that I think is really charming. I like the sound. I think it's catchy. And there's enough of an impact for me to feel like there's something memorable here. I enjoyed this. I'd actually say this might be my favorite song so far. I'd give it a 7. The Smiley Bow. I don't mind that. Let's say it's the worst one, but I don't know. I kind of see the bigger picture here, and I like what she's going for. I think it's cool. And I think it's catchy, too. And again, something about it that is kind of charming about resorting back to some childish state of mind through, you know, confusing feelings of love. So, yeah. Just remember, you guys, we just started a new Patreon just today, all right? So to all those Taylor Swift fans who are watching, okay, just letting you know. It's not true, by the way, but, you know. So Long London. Already on board of this song just by the name. Genuine question. What do you see as the difference between her reverting to a childish state and her just being immature? Good question. I'd like to use an example here, but let me turn on private session, okay? Let me show you an example of something that I feel like is just immature. Don't worry, it's on the worst songs of the year playlist. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go.
I hope you burn, burn, baby, burn. Your turn to veil the guilt and ashes. You bended my back with the fire to last wish. I want you to burn. This is what you wanted. Lock the door behind me.
In my opinion, with the song Burn by TX2, what you're seeing is somebody as they are, exploring and pushing through a state that they are locked in, essentially as if it's like a cage, unable to escape it. And I feel like with Taylor Swift here, she's able to tell a story with this song, as it starts off pretty normal, and she reverts into the stage as a result. It's performative. And I like that because it's clear that it's supposed to mean something through every stage. That is the difference. Listening to Burn is like making me feel like my life is a joke because something like this can exist in the world. The story is boring and her position at the top isn't being reflected in what she, yeah, but that's obviously not what the song's about. The song is not about how she's a successful artist. In fact, she was able to completely disconnect from all of that to tell a decent story, and I like that. You know, she's still able to tap into things emotionally even after everything that's happened. I think is actually a very impressive quality.
In my mind, fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Did he so long, London?
The man's name London? No wonder she can't make him laugh, dude. Anyone who's from the UK or anywhere in Europe, you know, has no sense of humor. We all know this. Okay.
Man out. I founded the club she's heard great things about. I left all I knew, you left me at the house.
It's about, everyone's saying it's about Maddie. Yeah. I feel like Maddie probably has a decent sense of humor. I don't know. Can you imagine Maddie Healy being a guy who, like, you can't make laugh under any circumstance, you know? I don't know. I don't see it.
For so
Oh, yeah?
long, London.
Brad, when was the last time you stood up and stretched your legs? I am not falling for that shit, okay? All right? I can tell that I'm not wearing pants. I'm not stupid, okay?
Someone dying grip.
I'm sorry. I keep seeing reels of Swifties listening to this and screaming and freaking out. It's just as bad as Kanye fans doing fit videos of his new merch. Please. All right? Look. I'm not even going to go in on this, but, like, come on, man. Like...
A quiet resentment, and my friend said it isn't right to be scared. Every breath.
Yes, I am wearing underwear. See, look. Oh, thank God. I set up an emergency switch system in case I forgot that I'm standing up without wearing pants. You see? It's, this automated system is great.
It's like rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there.
Brad, you're not a true free baller. Come on.
Think I'd go for
You had a weed flavored alcohol drink and it was terrible? Dude, that's like having an alcohol flavored soda with no alcohol. Like, who in the right fucking mind would do that? That's terrible.
swore that you loved me, but where were the clues?
What's good about this song? It is acceptable musical wallpaper that's telling the story of a boy with reasonable emotional prowess. It's inoffensive, but also at the same time, Jack Antonoff is doing a decent enough job in terms of making this feel like it's, you know, moving with different synths and little things here and there that keep the song feeling like it works as a whole in the project. That being said, if you ask me what's distinctive about this song that I like personally that I don't like about these other songs, not much. But I don't think it's terrible. Is there sexism going on here because people are discrediting Taylor's emotions because women fake sadness? You know, I feel like that's a discussion, like a whole discussion of its own. There might be, but I don't think that that's the core reason. I think it comes down to artist who is popular, who people don't like their music and see other people excited and enjoying it, and they start to despise those people, and they start to despise the original art because of that, because they make the association of those people who are fans. But I feel like there is a deeper connection with that, because I feel like women in general and the connection that they have with Taylor Swift, it can come out in a way that is, I guess you could say, pisses people off more. Which would be sexism. There's many angles to this, but in general, as someone who's like been in that position where I've been like, oh God, Swifties, Taylor Swift and whatnot, it just feels like, I don't know, like you gotta be able to at least, like, if you're not able to get over it, you gotta be able to move past it when you're listening to the album, at least, you know? At least give the album a fair shot, you know? And in that case, you'll understand why people connect with it at all. You know, and it's not just going to be like, look at these brain dead aliens who are loving this garbage that has nothing of quality. You know, like, because that kind of mindset is terrible. It's how you just really isolate people and become extremely elitist about stuff. You know, it's like I make fun of people nowadays because, like, I do this for Radiohead fans. I love Radiohead's music, but like, motherfuckers who are like, Radiohead's my favorite band, I'm like, you probably hate everyone. You probably fucking hate everyone. Every other piece of music you see is people listening to, they're just like elitist fucks, you know? So, yeah. Brad, you telling people to give an album a fair shot is so hypocritical, I can't tell if this is a bit anymore. Flaherty, what you're experiencing right now is witnessing somebody who has experienced change and growth. I know that, Flaherty, with you being, you know, the asshole that you are, probably it just blows your mind. But believe it or not, I have the ability to change. This is probably a bit then. I'll tell you, you want to see a bit, Flaherty? I got a joke for you. 10-minute timeout. The punchline is nothing. I don't know. All right. Not a fan of the sound, but Ben Shapiro reviewed it, and it's obvious you didn't listen to it, and it's just hating on women for fun. Bro, when Ben Shapiro is reviewing an album, that's how you know an artist is really fucking successful. Because even Ben Shapiro is jumping on the grift to start hating on women and feeding into the people who hate on this album because deeply they don't want to see a woman succeed in this way, you know? So, it's wild. That's wild. Wow. Ben Shapiro, the music reviewer. That being said, me and Ben Shapiro do have one thing in common. We do like to review and talk about albums without actually listening to them first. You know, something I take pride in. Something I've talked about openly, how, you know, I have about 3 or 4 people who listen to albums for me and give me cliff notes, and then I just make the review off those cliff notes. I never even have to turn on the album. I just make the reviews, you know? It's nice. It's easy. It's convenient, you know? Because, like, there was a point when I'd be listening to 2 albums at once, one in each year. It's too much work, you know? I did see new Pearl Jam in Melvin's. Have no interest in reacting on stream, though. So Long London is actually not a terrible track. However, I will say that my attention was completely deviated from this song. So basically, I can only review it as I got the idea within the first minute, and then it was wonderful background music for paying attention to chat throughout the entirety of the rest of it. And I don't think that's something to start tacking the album on for. I think that it shows that, yes, even though it can sometimes feel like background wallpaper, it's decent background wallpaper. So for that reason, I'd give it a 5. What's the score so far on this album? Oh, come on, I'm not going to spoil that. You know, you got to wait till the end. All right? You know, stream's probably going to get taken down in like 2 hours, maybe even 1 hour. So you're going to have to wait till the second stream comes up. But Daddy, I love him. Daddy, But daddy. But daddy, I love him. All right. Daddy, I want a bicycle. I want cookies.
I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. Now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm turning to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's
This is the most Jack Antonoff shit ever, dude.
wise like a remedy.
I'm so indifferent to this one except for daddy in the title. Okay, I need to hide this chat. I swear to God, I have the brain rot that is like infectious through reading this chat. Has almost made me stand up on accident multiple times and just like put my hands on my head. Okay? Like, God, why?
Should see your faces. I'm turning to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I you.
You know, another thing that might have changed in me, I don't know, man. For some reason, love songs and like things that like genuine expressions of love are kind of like musically resonating with me. They never really have before, but like I don't know. Like I kind of like how it's written too. Like there's something to this where I genuinely feel her feelings of love. You know, and I like that. I appreciate that, and I think Taylor's really good at it. Like, I gotta give props, you know? Sure, there's somewhat of an awkward path there, but I think it's what also kind of makes it more real. I appreciate the intimacy.
Gotta pray for me.
Who's the lucky girl, Brad? Your mother. Now, take this spanking and have a little timeout. All right.
I'm barking on this wild joy. But daddy, I love him.
This is chat, isn't Vulture's one level toxic? No, this chat's just a bunch of haters, which is fair because I facilitated that. It's my fault. I'm aware that it's my fault. That's why I'm not mad at it. I'm not surprised at it. I'm just addressing it where I can. It's just how it is. That's what happens when you're like me and you just hate on everything. People expect you to hate on it. And then when I go into something not wanting to hate on it, it's like, what the fuck is happening? And then chat looks like a bunch of assholes because they take my hatred as their own personality traits and they have none of their own. So that all of a sudden is all they can do is hate, you know? And as you know, there you go. Then you got whatever the fuck this is going on over there. So honestly, it's pretty good. The replay value, there's no replay value to this so far for me. But that being said, this song is a 7. I like it. Now, I don't think it's perfect, but I do think that, again, her ability to emote on this song makes up for a lot of the shortcomings. As I think that because she is so deeply passionate about this love and getting this message across, that it actually fulfills what I was hoping for with this project, and it is hearing Taylor's perspective, or whatever. If only that title changed, I'd give it an 8, but it makes sense. And again, it's like her reverting to a childish state like many times in this album. It just seems a little convenient, that's all. What, me enjoying this? What purpose do I have to enjoy this? I want you to look at the chat real quick. If I was hating on this album, they would be having the time of their life. They'd be so happy. It would be easy for me to hate on this. Actually going in and giving it a shot is tough. All right? There's less of a benefit with this cancerous ass community sometimes, like with me actually going in and trying. Like real shit, you know? But here's the thing. Going in, wanting to hate it is fucking boring. All right, I need something a bit more challenging. I'm tired of going into music just saying, I expect this to suck. Let's go in and make fun of it and look at everything that could be bad. You know, I want to change. I want a bit of a change. So I'm able to do that. I take a slight break from YouTube. You know, I'm doing my own stuff. I make an album, just have some fun. And I come back and we're here and we're listening to the album. And it's like, I'm doing what I want to do. And it's that easy. It's that simple. Now, that being said, if you do want to support, make sure that you buy Brad coin, okay? Hold on. The stock is going up. We are going to the moon. Buy now. Exclamation point, buy now. Okay. See? And it's like, and there's nothing to it. The stock is going up. Buy Brad coin. It's happening. All right. It's a buy, exactly, exclamation point, buy Brad coin. But Daddy, I love him is actually a very sincere song. It's going to get a smiley ball for me. I liked it. Oh, sure, it's a bit coffee shop. But also, I actually have avoided coffee shop music so much that I'm not sick of this. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I barely ever listen to this kind of shit. So hearing it every once in a while is kind of weirdly refreshing in a way. I'm like, oh, I kind of see the value in this. I'm okay with it. I agree, but if you have to make such an emphasis of it, it doesn't feel genuine. Bro, am I not allowed to explain how I feel? Is that like I'm being... Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. So let me get this straight. If I explain how I feel, then I'm trying too hard and I'm lying. Fresh out the summer. Summer? Fresh out the slammer. Fresh out the summer is also... Yeah.
The slammer, another summer taking cover, rolling thunder. He don't understand me.
Are we really only 7 songs in? Brad, just listen to the standard edition. I might have to. I might have to.
He was with her in dreams. Gray and blue and fights and tunnels. Camera flashes, welcome bashes, get the matches, toss the ass.
Oh no, it's Walmart aesthetic Hallmark card. Keyword music. Oh shit. Oh God, I think looking at the length of this album just fucked me up. Because all of a sudden my open-mindedness just closed. Let's get some Z's in the... Oh fuck, man. Oh, not the keyword fall fucking Starbucks special, man. Oh God, it's happening. No, man. No. I'm getting tired. I can't. No. It's gonna turn into background noise. Oh, God. Okay. All right.
Stay here at the park where we used to sit on children's swings.
I wasn't looking at the lyrics for a second. I just said where we used to sit on children. I was like, huh? We sit on children? What? We used to sit on children at the park.
But it's gonna be alright. I did my time.
There's something cute to this song that does work as a whole, with the whole fresh out the slammer. It's another love track. For me personally, I honestly feel like I had a shocking realization during this album that it is so long. And it did genuinely affect how I'm handling the situation. So, I might not have the most accurate, rating and review for this one due to that. I like this last line, all right? Not the children sitting on children, but the wearing imaginary rings. There is something very love-struck and heartfelt and, hopeless romantic. Like this is like Hopeless Romantic, the album, and there is something valid to that. That being said, probably my least favorite song so far, but I still don't actively hate it. I just actively am bored as a motherfucker. I'd give it a low shrug. Okay. Make it stop. I gotta stop yawning. Fuck. Oh shit, next song's called Florida. Sitting on children.
So driving myself crazy. Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida, a bad thing to say in a song. Little did you know you're 100, only the time you'll get arrested. Florida, can I use you?
Weirdly enough, I didn't enjoy that song really at all, and I did enjoy some of these other tracks, but for some reason, Florida is one of those that I feel like is... I don't know, like, I enjoy Florence, I think that the back and forth is cool in general, but I actually think the sound of this one is really overblown and clunky, and it doesn't work. Like, it just feels like it's trying so hard with the scale of this track, and I don't think that it makes sense. Yeah, this one's a bit weird for me. I actually didn't enjoy this. Even though it's the fan favorite, I think that it's trying too hard. I'd give it a red headphones. It's weird. I'm surprised I didn't enjoy that. I blame Jack Antonoff. I think that one was Jack Antonoff's fault. I genuinely do. I think that that was bad because the sound of it was bad and overblown. You know, it's still kind of catchy, Florida, but I don't know, man. Florida is just, even this, it's like Florida, it's so excited, but the sound is just like so gross. I don't know. Yeah, that was a miss for me. Guilty as Sin? Oh.
Drowning in the blue Nile, he sent me downtown light. Mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind. It's only your actions talk, these fatal fantasies, giving way to.
There's no way that Taylor Swift, of all fucking people, it's like, oh my god, whoa, I imagine us kissing? God forgive me. Like, wow, you know? Oh my god. The horror. The sin.
Labored breath taking all of me. We've already done it in my head. If it's make believe, oh what a way to die. What if I roll the stone away? They're gonna crucify me anyway. What if the way you hold me is actually what's holy? If long-suffering propriety is what they want from me, they don't know how you've haunted me.
They
so
don't know.
stunningly. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind?
It's too wordy. You would love Gunna then. It's too many words, not enough pictures, you know? Guilty as Sin is fantastic. I'm giving it a smiley ball. I think this is a wonderful song. I loved it. And I like what that one person was saying about it being multi-interpretive, as yes, this is her experience, but the whole idea of unholy thoughts in general and the tackling of that and the feeling of guilt and paranoia that Taylor feels on this song is not only witty, but it's universal and it's interesting. I like this track a lot. I think the lush sound allows me to meditate and sit with her thoughts. I feel like this kind of shows the bigger picture of this album in general. Great song. Really great song. Yes. Believe it or not, I very much enjoyed that one. Okay. I'd give it like, an 8? Brad, you are whack. Keep being on yoy, dude. Oh, keep being you, dude. I hate this. Haha. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just happy I'm getting any enjoyment out of this. Like, personally, you know? Like, I expected no enjoyment. I saw lyrics all over Twitter of like, you know, like the Charlie Puth line and everything. And yeah, there's like some tacky shit, you know, here or there, but like it also paints Taylor pretty vividly as a person. And I, instead of being really judgy of it, I'm appreciating the level of transparency, especially for an artist at Taylor Swift's level, where she doesn't need to do that, but she's doing it anyways. Honestly, kind of shows to me that she loves what she does. She loves her craft. She loves the people who care about her, like, and for her too, you know? I don't know. I think there's a lot about this that I do genuinely respect on a fundamental level. Okay? Rare Brad L. Man, fuck you guys, all right? I swear. I forgot I'm not wearing pants. I can't stand up, you know? Who's afraid of little old me? Oh.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Of who's that? If you wanted me dead, you should have just said.
I'm getting Look What You Made Me Do flashbacks from this song.
Nothing of little old me. You should be.
Ugh. Alright. I very much liked when Taylor was being open and honest, and, you know, maybe this is supposed to be another immature expression and it'll be revealed later on and I'll be like, oh, okay, I see where it's going for. But as of right now, it's,
So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the
okay, real shit though. Alright. I've had many dreams where for some reason, if I do like a very specific technique, which I wish I could show you, but I'm not wearing pants, but I would start levitating. It makes travel very convenient because it's just like slightly above the ground, almost like there's like you know, just like a little bit of room, you know, so I'm not like standing, you know, but I'm able to like balance and float do it. Guys, it's not real, okay? I'm not actually able to do that, but like, wish you would acknowledge that maybe your life is good. It's a no. Yep. Her life is a curse. I keep saying this. No one should ever be at the level of success that Taylor Swift is. It goes full circle. It really does, okay? You could have everything in the world, and you can't go anywhere. You can't be or do anything without it being a headline. Like, Taylor Swift cannot live a normal life. All these little things that you and I take for granted, Taylor Swift has no ability to do any of that. Okay, she is at Michael Jackson level. And that's why I genuinely think that she has an interesting perspective on this. But in this song, I feel like she's doing a really poor job at selling it to where it comes off as weird, dramatic, and kind of cringe.
party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid?
Will I float for a super chat? Okay, $5,000 and I'll levitate, okay? Pantsless. Oil barons assemble. This is such a boring, self-indulgent dream. I get nothing out of this. I'm hoping that it moves on past this point and stops whatever the hell this is, because this is just very, I don't know, man. It's so dramatic. That feeling of emotional honesty and openness just isn't, I don't know. It's not reading as well for me. I get what it's going for, but I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just, it's locking me up a little, you know? So.
But what if they did?
And the day bleeds in the nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all.
If you step on my lawn, that I'm fearsome and I'm wretched and I'm wrong. Put narcotics into all of my songs.
Length shows on this track should have ended 30 seconds ago. It's starting to get interesting for me. I'm all of a sudden a little Fascinated by this. Why is it that all of a sudden I said I didn't like Florida? The track's no longer in the green on Album of the Year. Like, come on, you guys. You know you're allowed to enjoy the music, you know? Who's Afraid of Little Old Me is a mess, and it doesn't try to hide it at all. It's a total shit show, but it's also very expressive, taking lots of weird twists and turns, and at the end of it, I'm like, okay, I see what it's going for, but I definitely think it struggles from a lack of organization. And for that reason, by the end of it, it actually didn't end up being my least favorite song, and for that reason, I'd give it a 3+ to a 4-. Eventually, I saw the big picture of this one, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, at least it's not boring to me. And I do appreciate that, you know, because it is just so grand and all over the place that at some point I'm like, huh, you know, that was a very memorable track, a bit of a mess, and maybe one that grows. But for right now, I gotta say, I actively felt weird listening to that one. Lyrics are very Taylor, so I don't know what everyone expected. I was never a fan of Taylor. I'm going into this with a different perspective, so, you know, expect a little inconsistency from me. Are you ready for your good album lessons? Taylor Swift gulps, Kendrick Lamar breathes heavily, Pink Floyd nods nervously. Yes, Brad, taste in music, they say in unison. All right, I'm done looking at chat. This time for real. I can fix him. No, I really can. Yeah.
Sucker picking on the sidewalk, jacking off at a red light.
Okay. Restarting.
The smoke cloud billows out his mouth like a freight train through a small town. The jokes that he told across the bar were revolting and far too loud. They shake their heads saying, God help her, when I tell him he's my man. And
Maddie Healy song. Someone said the other song was Maddie Healy. This one could actually be Maddie Healy. For real, though.
I can't.
Loud, annoying, saying dumb shit, having to point and be like, yeah, that's him.
His hand so callous from his pistol softly traces hearts on my face.
Now, when you say his pistol, okay, I mean, I get it kind of sounds like Texas and whatnot, but are we saying that, like, his hands are callous from his pistol, like, you know, his pistol?
And I could see it from a mile away, a perfect case for my certain skill. Heart doesn't need to lift a finger, I can fix him. No, really, I can. And only I can. Good boy, that's right. Come close, I'll show you heaven if you'll be.
Why do people actually listen to this? Well, I can't say that I connect this to my own personal experience, because this, to me, I can relate to my mother and my father. Because my father is the loud guy yelling jokes across the bar in this example. Now, of course, shout out to him. He's like over 10 years clean from alcohol, okay? Fucking go. That being said, it doesn't stop him from being very loud and traumatized and not having social standards or cues at all. And my mother constantly giving him a hard time and breaking his neck about it and driving him insane. You know, there is something to this whole dynamic that I feel like I've seen in my life, and I do appreciate a song written like this about it. So for me, I actually do appreciate something like this existing, and I do like the sound of this one. I could see that this is, I think, the lowest rated song on the album. But considering, once again, I don't think I'm going to be returning to this thing. Little pieces where I'm like, oh, I can kind of, I kind of see that. I like where it's going for, the writing, the subtlety of it. You know, this one's all right for me.
All night, trust me, I can handle me a dangerous man. No, really, I can. They shook their heads.
well, maybe I can't. Oh, shit. Comes the realization, oh, maybe I can't. Oh, my God. Final line is fine, whatever. I didn't mind it. I mean, yeah, I appreciate the straightforward feelings of this. I like the sound and the clinking and everything. Builds a decent atmosphere. I'd give it a 6. I liked it. loml.
In life, there's people that hustle. In life, there's people that grind. And there's we the best music who make history. History is something that cannot be forgotten.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames? The cemetery, never
Cemetery reference?
in your suit and tie.
Yo, Justin Timberlake reference.
Of time, it was legendary. It was momentary. It was unnecessary. Shit through the braids of life.
Did I mention to you guys that I got Legend in Hearthstone today? For the first time in years? In like 6 years, maybe? It was exciting. It was great. Now that was legendary. This song, not so much. Okay?
I'll never leave.
To be fair, I was playing in Wild. I was playing Degeneracy Garbage. You know, ending the turn before anyone can even play the game, or ending the game before anyone could even play kind of bullshit, you know? So, you know, but still, I earned it, motherfucker. Because I was up against people doing the exact same thing and I beat them. Okay?
Dreams engulfed in fire.
I know you wouldn't like this one. I don't, bro, I'm bored. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I think it's beautiful. And I agree. I think the lyrics on this one are soft. And when I do pay attention to them, they're not like, they're not bad. Now, however, there is one problem there. And it's that paying attention part. Now, for me, I was unable to pay attention to this one. Because I just was like, I think I paid attention for like half of it. And then my brain was like, you know, I just went in the other direction. And then I started looking at chat. And then I was like thinking about the song. And then I heard the word legendary. And I was like, no. I looked around a bit more. But it's not a bad song. I'd give it a 4 to a 5. I give boring music like 1s and 0s sometimes, okay? It's good boring music. Lyricism and singing is solid. Concept, slow pop production makes me lose attention. Exactly. It's just really low. That's loml. Yeah. Next song, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
We the best music. DJ Kevin, we the best. Who we know.
Now at T-Mobile, you could trade in one phone and get another. Why is it so quiet?
I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit.
Are two songs accidentally exported together?
They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. The me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm running, I was hitting my marks. 'Cause I can do it with a broken heart. I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday. Every day. I'm so obsessed with him, but
I keep thinking there's another song playing in the back on accident that I forgot to mute.
he avoids me like the plague. I cry a lot, but I am so productive. You're good when you
Can you tell these people to like go home and get out of the studio while you're recording? You know? Like, for the love of God, how can you even focus on your song with this many people talking around you?
can't even do it.
This production is ghetto. Bro, what? Enjoy this time out, buddy.
Lights
She wants people to be like, whoa, there are people talking so casual and informal Taylor Swift just like me, so quirky. I don't think that's the idea at all. I think she's trying to make something that feels chaotic, like the noise that she kind of is having around her to constantly distract her from the fact that she is feeling constantly upset. And maybe she even did invite people to be in there recording with her so that she could tap into that. I think it's more likely that it's that over, man, what a fucking stupid bitch. I hate her. I fucking hate women. They're just constantly doing stupid tricks and stupid songs and fucking everything up.
Me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning a lot.
I listened to FA Infinity for the first time while in the pitch dark, and I saw the face of death. Look, I'm glad you enjoyed that album, that Godspeed You Black Emperor album, but wow, the timing could not be worse.
I am so productive. It's an art.
The car's on fire, and there's no driver at the wheel,
We can read and do it with a broken heart.
and the sewers are all muddy with 1,000 lonely suicides.
With a broken heart.
Dark wind blows.
You know you're good.
The government is corrupt. We're all so many drums with the radio on and the curtains down. We're trapped in the belly of this horrible machine, and the machine is bleeding to death.
The fucking soundbite. You know, to be fair though, there is something to that sound that works, because the whole song is like this big bright distraction, and you could hear the chaotic, because I'm fucking depressed and nobody knows. A little on the nose with the presentation, but I think it gets the point across, and I actually do enjoy the song. Because I don't know, I appreciate the overall ideas approach, and it does feel like it's taken seriously here. Though maybe at points feels like a bit of a desperate cry for help. Still, I resonated and understood it, and I like the sound of it. So for me, I give it a 6. Ja Rule, what do you think of that song? Next song, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived.
Was any of it true? And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived?
This is about Maddie Healy. It's impressive how, oh my god, there's Nightbot. It's amazing how within the about probably 5 days they were dating, that he had this much of a negative impact on her.
You deserve prison, but you won't get time. You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars. Ever.
Jesus, you would think she's talking about Hitler and not Maddie Healy. Good God. Serve jail time, but not even that would be too good for you? My God. No way. Anyways, I didn't really care for this one. I thought that the sound, the rising instrumental at the end just sounded so tacky, and I didn't think it came together as a really impactful experience. I honestly blame Jack Antonoff, because Taylor Swift was really scolding up a storm here, but I just don't think the sound of this song really complimented. Give it a 3. Honestly, one of my least favorites. Next song, The Alchemy. Hey, you'd think the song was like she dated P. Diddy or something, you know?
These chemicals
Lana?
hit me like what?
Wait, I thought that's who I was thinking of as soon as the song started. Yeah, you're right. Sounds really good. 8 to 9 out of 10, but I'm a huge Swiftie, so biased maybe. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're feeling it. I'm glad you're getting something out of it, you know? And I wouldn't want to stop that for you. I'm glad that you were able to resonate and connect with this, because even I was able to get something out of it. So I went into it looking for that. And I understand you better because I tried myself to get something. So, love and respect only, Thank you. Only songs anyway. And the last two of the standard edition, which is probably where we're going to stop. Does every song sound the exact same? Jack Antonoff. That's the short answer.
These chemicals hit me like white wine.
Okay. That song was kind of boring and redundant. I feel like she's already done this song on this album. Plus, it's shorter and less developed. Kind of unnecessary for me. Clara Bow, last song.
We the best music.
Look like it's fake, but you're
Everywhere.
real thing. Breath of fresh
This
air,
album.
smile.
This is an underwhelming ending. It's whatever. I'd give it a 4+ to a 5-. It's not really all that conclusive in my opinion. I mean, I kind of get what it's going for, but And that's the album. I am not listening to the rest of this right now. God, no, dude. You kidding me? We'd only be halfway done. Fuck all that bullshit. Let me review the album. All right. I went into this album hoping that Taylor Swift would give essentially a very intimate performance where I would understand her well and, her mind. And I feel like she delivered that in spades. I honestly got what I wanted from this album, and I enjoyed it way more than I expected to. Now, I don't love this. I really don't. But I did actually like it about 20 times more than I expected to. I don't think I'm going to be returning to this, but I think Jack Antonoff has more hits than misses in terms of production here. And I also feel like Taylor Swift has more hits than misses in terms of songwriting. There are a couple of awkward moments, but for the most part, I think the awkwardness is very real. And it feels very intimate and honest, and I can understand why people would connect with it and feel it so universally. And I feel like I got a much stronger understanding of Taylor Swift and the people who love and understand Taylor Swift through this, even if it wasn't necessarily my thing. For that reason, I'm feeling a solid 5 to a 5+. Yeah, I think it's overhated. Because even someone like me who went in expecting garbage was like, oh, people just don't like this because the aesthetic is boring, which is fair. That's fair. But I definitely don't think the aesthetic is boring enough to warrant a 1 or a 2 out of 10, personally. Brad, it's me, Alicia. What the fuck? Alicia? Oh, what's up? Hi, Tina. But not Tina, Alicia. Tina's out of town right now, so yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's how I'm feeling on this. I didn't mind it. But I will also say that if my opinion changes and goes up, don't be surprised, because I also feel like there's growing pains, as I do feel like I gained more respect for Taylor Swift as an artist through this album. And if I do ever end up returning to it, I feel like, honestly, it would probably go up for me to maybe like a 6. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like the initial impression is like a 5 for me. But yeah, excited to hear your take on the Kim K diss track. What is happening? Anyways, I'm out of here. It's 12:30 at night. I'm not wearing pants. All right, I shouldn't even be live right now. I'll see you next time. Peace out.